Ivy from Dark to Destiny. Welcome to Future Queen Stories, where girls' lives, dreams grow, and queens are made. Let the story begin. Ivy was born into a poor family in a quiet neighborhood where dreams often felt too big for reality. Her father, Mr. Ferris, woke up before sunrise every day. His hands were laugh from work, his back tired, but his heart was full of hope. He believed that even if life had not been kind to him, it would be kinder to his daughter. Her mother, Elizabeth, was Ivy's first teacher. She taught her how to be patient, how to pray, how to breathe even when nothing made sense. Elizabeth often said, "We may not have money, but we are rich in values." Their home was small, some days were hard, but love lived in every corner of that house. From a younger age, Ivy ran responsibility. She even helped her mother, encouraged her father, and promised herself one thing: she would change her family's story. At school, Ivy was quiet but determined. While others complained, she focused. While others doubted, she dreamed. Education became her escape and her hope. When Ivy received admission to college, her parents cried, not because they were sad, but because sacrifices had finally meant something. College felt like a different universe, new people, new ideas, new freedom. That's where Ivy met him. Ivy, as a young woman living at college campus, carrying books and backpacks, smiling with hope, modern university background, a new chapter of life. It was a bright day. He was charming, intelligent, and attentive. They met during lectures, shared notes, and slowly became inseparable. He made Ivy feel seen, something she had never felt before. They talked about the future, they planned dreams, they imagined life together. For Ivy, love felt safe until it didn't. One afternoon, truth shattered her world. She discovered that the boy she trusted had been cheating with one of her close friends. The betrayal cut deep, deeper than poverty ever hurt. She cried alone. She questioned herself. She almost gave up. But Ivy remembered her parents. She remembered her roots, and she chose herself. She walked away. Heartbroken but strong, Ivy poured herself into growth. She focused on her studies, her health, and her inner healing. She learned that silence can be powerful and that self-respect is priceless. During this season, Ivy began journaling, reading, and discovering who she truly was outside of pain, outside of love. College ended, but Ivy's journey was just the beginning. Ivy was standing confidently by a window, sunlight touching her face, calm expression, self-growth and healing, independence and strength, peaceful mood. One ordinary day turned magical when Ivy met Nicholas, a traveler from Mexico. He had stories written in his eyes and kindness in his voice. He loved the cultures, people, and life itself. Nicholas didn't try to fix Ivy. He didn't rush her heart. He walked beside her. Nicholas, a traveler from Mexico with a very bright smile, walking in the city. When Ivy met Nicholas, she smiled. She smiled, and everyone smiled at each other in a city street, casual, elegant outfits. There was emotional connection, and it was in a soft, romantic atmosphere. They traveled across 5 European countries and together they explored the world. They went to France, where they walked under growing city lights. They went to Italy, where they shared laughter over food and sunsets. They went to Spain, where their life felt colorful and free. They went to Germany, where the spring met dreams. They went to Netherlands, where peace surrounded them. They danced in streets, took photos, shared stories, and healed together. Ivy learned that love could be gentle, respectful, and joyful. Inspired by her journey, Ivy picked up a camera. She started sharing her story about growing up poor, heartbreak, healing, travel, and self-worth. At first, only a few people watched, but her honesty connected. Her story inspired, her voice mattered. Followers grew from hundreds to thousands to millions. Brands noticed her, opportunities came, Ivy became a powerful content creator, earning more money than she ever imagined. She paid her parents' bills, she built a beautiful life. She surrounded herself with brave, supportive friends who celebrated her growth instead of competing with her. One evening, under a sky filled with stars, Nicholas looked at Ivy and smiled. Not because of her fame, not because of her worth, but because of her heart. Ivy stood tall, healed, loved, successful, and grateful. From a poor girl with bare feet and big dreams to a woman who created her own kingdom. And just like a fairy tale, her story didn't end with happily ever after. It began there. Remember, every queen has a story. Subscribe to Future Queen Stories for more inspiring tales.